This review is brought to you by Tracer's Backside.
Cause she got a great ass!
Overwatch is an online multiplayer first-person shooter. Not gonna lie, we're pretty much stepping outside of our comfort zone for this one. I mean, you can call us old fogies if you want, but we do have a bit of an issue with these types of games. Hang on, we're not saying that they are bad, but they are only really enjoyable as long as the servers are up. That, and we are not the biggest fans of the first-person genre anyway. At least, well, before this year. But that might be starting to change a bit.
Okay, so here's how the game works. This is a squad-based shooter, as you team up with fellow gamers from around the world to do battle with other gamers from around the world. In play, the modes include Assault, which one team tries to capture 2 targets, while the other team defends them. Escort, where one team tries to deliver a payload while fending off the attacking squad. Assault Escort, in which a team tries to capture the payload and escort it while the other defends. And Control, where 2 teams try to take control of designated areas on the map. While online, you can also play in weekly brawls. These are specific contests that feature a select group of characters. These events change week after week. There is also a custom feature as well, which can be private or be open to others to join in. While in training, you have a tutorial where you can get acquainted with the basic controls of the game, a practice range filled with dummy robots, and a versus AI mode, where a team of players can face off against AI-controlled combatants, thus getting used to the type of battling that you will face. But the best part here is getting introduced to the cast of Overwatch. And this group of characters
is pretty fantastic.
They are so diverse, exploding with personality, and are just plain beautiful to look at. It's easy to see why they have become so popular for, reasons. We are big on art style, and the look of this game reminds us of classic Walt Disney or Pixar. In fact, that is exactly what this feels like. A Walt Disney-inspired first-person shooter. The cast is divided up into 4 sets. First, you have offensive characters, like the Vigilante Soldier 76. Defensive characters, like the Vicious Widowmaker. Support characters, like the Benevolent Mercy. And tank characters like... Holy cow! Look at those arms! That's so hot. Oh, shut up. I like strong women. Don't judge me.
Judging. A lot.
Each character has their own moveset that is unique to them with their own special abilities. They have primary maneuvers, and at least 2 special skills that will require a bit of cooldown after being used. Also, during the course of battle, you can charge up your character's ultimate skill that you can do major damage or provide a tactical advantage for your team. Each character has their own strengths and weaknesses, and the game encourages you to try out different fighters. Before the start of each game, when the server is finding players to join in, the game will advise you if your current team is short on certain character types, like if there are no supporters, or if there's too many offensive characters, etc. The best chance to achieve victory in this game is to have the most well-rounded team. So if you have 2 players that are playing the same character, it may be to your advantage for one of those players to switch out to another character. Personally, I like playing as Mercy, due to her healing ability, because, well, I like to be nice, and helpful, and keep my teammates healed who are better at shooting than I am, and bring them back to life in case they fall. Hey, here to help. Want to win.
After matches, the computer tallies up the best performers, where you can show them some love, and see the highlight of the game while you're at it. With the more experience you get, you can level up, which will earn you loot boxes. These will present you with gifts like new outfits and victory stances. The combat itself functions great with its tight controls and its vibrant maneuvers. It's a shame that you can't unlock newer abilities for these characters. Hey, which, that would have been pretty cool. But with the already huge roster, there is still plenty of variety in how you can play your part during the heat of battle. The battles are action-packed, highly intoxicating, and very rewarding. What's also really cool about this is we didn't experience any frame rate issues. On another plus side, there's a lot of camaraderie involved in the game, making the experience all the more worthwhile as you both have to achieve the same goal. If your character does bite the dust in combat, you'll be taken back to the respawn area where you will have the option to change to another character if you wish, kinda like in the old Star Wars Battlefront games. The arenas are also very gorgeous to look at, and they have a huge terrain. With these levels, you can take multiple routes to your target, like using the back door to sneak up on your opponents. Now, there is a story to this game, but it's only really mentioned once in the intro, and there are animated shorts out there that flesh it out more, but it doesn't really matter to the meat of the offering. So the bottom line, is this game worth the full price of admission, even if you're not particularly into this genre? Well, we feel that it is. Okay, we may be still a bit snobbish when it comes to these games and need an online connection to really play it. I mean, once the servers go down, that's all she wrote. On the cynical side, you can look at this game and ones like it as just an excuse for you to buy a PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live subscription just to get more money out of your pocket. Boy, this is one hell of an expensive hobby we all have if you think about it. But on the other hand, games like this do have the ability to bring a community together, as the servers do work well. And the feeling we get when we accomplish a goal together with fellow people who share the same hobby as we do just made us feel good. Sorry for getting corny, but it's really nice when video games give you that positive feeling. Lord knows we need more of that nowadays. Now, you are still at the mercy of your online connection, but the game's bright colors, easy to get into gameplay, addictive combat, and wonderful ensemble are enough for us to give it a high recommendation. Well guys, there you have it. That's Overwatch for the Xbox One. Now, of course, the servers will go down one day, but maybe the developers or the fans might create servers that'll keep the game going alive, living long, and prospering. Until next time, you've been watching the BrotherhoodOfGaming.com. I'm your host, William Morris.
I'm your co-host, Eugene Morris.
Now, before you go, look right there. The big red button, see? It says subscribe. You should totally do that. This channel is fucking awesome. It's got everything you could possibly want, from speed runs to reviews of other games you may have heard of, retro and new. It's got Tales of Retrospectives of a series you may have never heard of, but it's an awesome RPG series. Check it out. There's a playlist right over there. Oh, and if you also want to see what we're up to on a regular basis, what videos will be coming out later, you can also check the social media, which is also right above us, from Facebook, Twitter, and all of that stuff. You know the rest. So, keep on gaming. We'll see you in the next video. I got a game to play.
When I think of asses, woman's ass, something comes out of me.